Ever wondered how the feed for farm animals is made? You know, the stuff that helps them grow big and strong, lay all those eggs, produce all that milk? It's more than just throwing out some scraps and hoping for the best. It's science, really. A delicate balance of ingredients, all carefully selected and combined to give our furry and feathered friends exactly what they need. We're going behind the scenes, down on the farm, to see how it all comes together. We're talking grains, proteins, vitamins, minerals, the whole 9 yards. We'll meet the folks who make it happen, the folks who work hard to keep those feed troughs full and those animals happy. So grab your work boots and get ready to get your hands a little dirty. We're about to find out what's on the menu down on the feedlot plate. All right, first stop on our feed-making journey, the ingredient list. Just like us, animals need a balanced diet to thrive, and just like us, different animals have different needs. Take a dairy cow, for example. They're milk-making machines, right? So they need a high-energy feed, something packed with calories to keep that milk flowing. We're talking grains like corn, barley and oats, good sources of carbohydrates for energy. Then you've got your chickens, the egg-laying champions of the world. They need a little extra something in their feed to make sure those eggshells come out good and strong. That's where calcium comes in, often added in the form of limestone. And let's not forget about protein. Whether it's a pig, a chicken or a cow, they all need protein to build muscle and grow. That's where ingredients like soybean meal, canola meal or even fish meal come in. Of course, no meal is complete without a little fiber. Think of it like the roughage in our diets. Alfalfa and beet pulp are popular choices, helping with digestion and keeping things moving along smoothly. Last but not least, we've got to make sure our animal friends are getting all the vitamins and minerals they need. That's where pre-mixed supplements come in, kind of like the multivitamins we take. They're chock full of essential nutrients to keep those animals healthy and strong. It's like a giant recipe, carefully formulated to meet the specific needs of each animal. It's a science for sure, but it's also a bit of an art. All right, so we've got all our ingredients lined up, ready to go, but you can't just dump them all in a trough and call it a day, right? Nope. We got to break them down a bit, make it easier for those animals to digest. That's where the grinding process comes in. We're talking big, heavy-duty machines here, like hammer mills and roller mills. They take all those grains, meals, and other ingredients and grind them down into smaller particles. Imagine throwing a bunch of corn kernels into a blender. That's kind of what's happening here, just on a much larger scale. The result? A coarse powder or meal, much easier for those animals to stomach and absorb all those nutrients. It's not just about making it easier to eat, though. Grinding also helps to mix all those ingredients together more evenly. That way, every bite the animal takes has the same nutritional value. It's all about consistency. We've ground our ingredients into a fine powder. Now it's time to blend them all together. Think of it like making a cake. You wouldn't just throw all the ingredients in a pan without mixing, would you? This is where those industrial-sized mixers come in. We're talking massive vats capable of holding tons of feed at a time. These mixers use giant paddles or augers to thoroughly combine all the ingredients, ensuring that every bite is perfectly balanced. It's not just about dumping everything in and hitting the on button, though. Feed manufacturers have specific formulas they follow, carefully calculated to meet the nutritional needs of each animal. They weigh and measure each ingredient precisely, ensuring the right ratios are maintained. It's a delicate dance of science and precision, all in the name of creating the perfect feed. Chapter 4: Shapeshifters, Pellets, Crumbles and Mash. Oh my, so we've got our feed all mixed up, a perfectly balanced blend of nutrients ready to go. But there's one more step in the process, and it's all about presentation. You see, feed can come in different shapes and sizes depending on the animal and their eating habits. One popular option is pelleting. This involves pressing the feed mixture through a die, creating those small cylindrical pellets we often associate with animal feed. Pellets are great because they're easy to handle, reduce waste, and prevent animals from picking out their favorite ingredients. We all know a picky eater, right? For younger animals, like chicks or piglets, the feed might be crumbled into smaller pieces, making it easier for their little beaks and mouths to handle. And then there's mash, which is just the loose ground feed mixture without any further processing. Mash is often used for older animals or those with specific dietary needs. Whether it's pellets, crumbles, or mash, the goal is the same: to deliver a nutritious and palatable meal that meets the animal's needs. Chapter 5. Chill out, drying and cooling the goods. Now, fresh out of the mixer, that feed is going to be a little warm and a little moist. Not ideal for long-term storage, right? We don't want mold or bacteria growing in our carefully crafted feed. That's where the cooling and drying process comes in. The feed is spread out on large ventilated beds or passed through a dryer where air is circulated to remove excess moisture. This step is crucial for preserving the quality and freshness of the feed, ensuring it stays good for longer. Nobody wants a mouthful of moldy feed, right? Not us, not the animals. Once the feed is sufficiently cooled and dried, it's ready for the final stage packaging and distribution. Chapter 6. From factory to farm, delivering the goods. We've come to the end of the line, folks. The feed is made, it's cooled, it's dried, and now it's time to get it where it needs to go, to the animals who depend on it. The finished feed is packed into large bags, often weighing hundreds of pounds each, or into bulk containers for larger farms. These bags and containers are loaded onto trucks ready to hit the road. It's a carefully coordinated operation, ensuring that farms receive a steady supply of fresh feed. Truck drivers navigate country roads, pulling up to barns and silos, delivering the sustenance that keeps those animals healthy and productive. And there you have it, folks. The next time you see a carton of eggs, a gallon of milk, or a juicy burger, take a moment to appreciate the journey of that food from the farm to your table. It all starts with a balanced diet, carefully crafted and delivered by the hard-working folks in the animal feed industry. Outro Chowdown. So there you have it, a glimpse into the world of animal feed production. It's a fascinating process, really. Who knew there was so much that went into making sure our furry and feathered friends get the nutrition they need? Different animals get different types of feed. For example, chickens need more calcium for eggshells, while dairy cows need high-energy feed for milk production. Pigs need different feed as they grow, and laying hens need different feed than chickens raised for meat. Want a breakdown for a specific animal? Let me know in the comments below, and maybe we'll just dig into another feed bag sometime soon.